Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the FPL Affairs podcast, the podcast that strips back and lays bare our season-long love affair with FPL. In our Gameweek 14 Unwrapped video, Dove and myself review the team selections made in our last video. Did Bossman Lewis roar to a green arrow? Did Weasel continue his quiet rise, gaining ground on those ahead? Well, as for us two birds, how did our main teams respond to our mixed free hits last week? Before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for all of our content, and hit that bell to be notified of something new. Anyway, enough of my small talk. Let's get cracking.
And there's Mo Salah. There goes Haaland. He's on his way again. He's hungry. He's scored. Ice cold precision from Palmer. Ayo Saka. That is a diamond of a goal.
Greetings, everybody, to our game week 14, I think. 14.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
review from the FPL Affairs team with me, Matt, aka the FPL Affairs Magpie, and joining me on form at the moment, which we'll look at in more detail, is our FPL Affairs Dove Mohammed. Judging by the grin on your face, I don't think I need to actually ask how your game week went, especially after last weekend.
Last weekend,
Anyone watching that didn't manage to see our game week 13 free hit review, how did your free hit get on?
well, it was a smash and free hit. Managed to push me into the top 100k. And this week, another fantastic one. How much I have gained? Well, we shall see in a moment.
Yeah, we shall see in a moment. Unfortunately, the Lion and Weasel aren't able to join us, but we have got their teams to see which moves they decided to go for in the end that they spoke about in our Game Week 14 team selections video. So we'll have a quick peek at those.
Yeah, let's see.
Right, I've remembered to resume recording, and on the thumbnail I've put two high-scoring players this week, representing the Crystal Palace defence, Mark Gahey, as well as Phil Foden screaming for joy. I will bring up who we've got up first. Actually, we've managed to put on Bossman Lion Lewis up first. He did go ahead through with his Van de Ven to Delect transfer.
But unfortunately,
Did Delect play tonight?
no, he's not even in the squad.
That was a bit of a harsh transfer, mind you. To be fair, Van de Ven was benched and didn't play on Tuesday either. So,
I mean, to be honest, it's actually a blessing for Lewis because he get 4 points
yeah,
into his 11. Probably the league could only get 2 if you play.
yeah,
but
possibly, especially with it.
Yeah, but Lewis will not be worried too much because Amorim just said that he did have some minor issues, so he will probably be available again on Monday night.
So he's your hope with that.
Yeah.
For sure. So reading out Lewis's teams, he had Ryan in goal, clean sheet, 6 points. Esteve, 4 point coming on for Delect. Rodon's 2 points. 0 from O'Reilly, notably because of conceding 4 goals. Solitary point from Mo Salah, 6 points from Marlon, and 6 points from Rogers. So double Villa assist there, double Villa midfield there. Very disappointing 2 points from Elliot Anderson. This actually, looking at this, because I took these screenshots after when there was about 85, 86 minutes gone. So I'm guessing Cunha's 3 points actually dropped down to 2.
Yeah.
If he was still on the pitch when West Ham equalised.
Cunha has been subbed out before the goal.
Oh, so Lewis will be happy about that then. He still gets the 3. Mates's 2, and he captained Haaland to get 28 points there. With on the bench, Dubravka's 2, Thiago's 1, and Mukiele's 2. Thoughts on Lewis's decision transfer decision and bonus and so forth?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not quite confident with his transfer of bringing in Manchester United asset. Manchester United has been very unstable. One game they can perform, one game they will gone. Same as tonight we see. They
Hmm.
concede against West Ham, and I mean, quite unfortunate that they did suffer an injury that we don't know. Hope he will be back. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I mean, he need to rethink quite a lot, especially when he has Salah and Haaland. Salah has not been starting for 2 game weeks, and this could be a possibility. I mean, Salah did play in the second half, and to be honest, it's still the same. It's still very bad. And I'm not going to be shocked if he got benched again because clearly he is off form. And I think not just he, like, I think the whole Liverpool team is off form. I don't know what we should do about that. Maybe probably he could go and sell Salah, I guess. But I mean, it's
Did
up to him.
so did the because one of the positives about the at the weekend was that without him, Liverpool looked a lot more balanced going
Yeah,
forward
yeah, I can
and in
agree with that.
attack. When Salah came on at half time, did it shift the other way and look unbalanced again?
I mean, to be honest, we play really bad from the first half. I mean, even with the introduction of Salah, it's still the same. Salah get the ball and then lose the ball, get the ball and lose the ball again. I think it's not just about the Salah; it's about the whole team not performing. And I'm not actually gonna blame Salah alone. He doesn't have the support needed for him to play because I mean, because every time Salah got the ball, it just if like he was playing alone. Of course, he can't
Mm.
do much with his old age, and I think they need to do something right now. But I don't know what they need to do because the coach can't provide the thing that the team needed. So I think Arne Slot has one more games against Leeds United if they does if and I think if Liverpool fail to get the result against Leeds, then Arne Slot will be out.
You think?
Yeah, I got heard some reliable rumors from Indy Kyler. I mean, if you all know who is Indy Kyler, they say they have an emergency meeting. Arne Slot has last chance against Leeds. If he fail to get that win, he is out.
Mm. Intriguing then. Watch this space. So how that impacted Lewis's rank. Um, Unfortunate red arrow, 60 points, 11 points short of his safety score. Um, so his new total's 826, dropping from 323k to 470, just under 474k. So
I mean, that is quite a very high safety score there. I mean, not too much drop, so I think Lewis will be will be quite okay with that.
yeah, about for an 11-point safety score to drop 150k
Uh,
isn't too bad, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, definitely not too bad actually.
Right, finishing with the game week rank. So moving on to mine, I think.
Yeah.
So transfer I'd made it early because of price changes. I sold Reinders and brought in Elliot Anderson, um, which that backfired. With Reinders starting and scoring, and Anderson getting by far the lowest DEFCON tally he's had in the entire season.
You're
He,
very
he got
unfortunate.
six DEFCONs in the first half, which was reduced to five, and then he didn't get any in the second half at all.
Oh my gosh, only five?
Mm. And he
Yeah,
got booked,
only
and he got
five.
booked, and he got booked.
Oh,
So he dropped. So he didn't get. He
didn't
got
get
the
the clean
clean
sheet
sheet
point.
point, but ineffective really. So he finished with two. So that was my transfer. Nick Pope, I ummed and ahed about whether to take a hit for a goalkeeper transfer, which I'm glad I didn't because the goalkeepers I considered didn't keep clean sheets.
Ramsdale?
I considered briefly Ramsdale, um,
But there was a horror show there for us there.
but in the end didn't because I thought right, well, 4.8 million, and I'd effectively be booking in a transfer when Pope comes back in supposedly after 6 fixtures. Um, the other option I sort of ummed and ahed, but in the end just left it. So I got Dubravka coming in off the bench for 2 points. My defence, Virgil with Defcon. I was very eager and desperate for him to score to get a late
Yeah, same here as me also.
um, late goal. Richards did me nicely to a degree because he got Defcon quite late, and getting Defcon late actually put him up to get a bonus point. So I managed to get a solid 9 from him. Timber coming on in the first half, but not getting as much as 60 minutes, so didn't get the second appearance point or the clean sheet, which was a pain. Um, Saka's goal, 6 points. Um, NDI's clean sheet, 3 points. Semenyo conceding but getting DEFCON, 4 points. Anderson, I briefly mentioned anyway. So unfortunate for him, but he's a long-term thing to hold that point. And Reinders was going down in price, and I think Anderson's actually gone up since I got him anyway. Then charming front three of João Pedro, Mateta, and thankfully I captained Haaland. Um,
Thankfully.
yeah, and Goodmanson, delightfully, he was in my team for a large chunk until Saka came off the bench. Goodmanson was in my team. Um, but then Saka outscored him anyway. It was just annoying that I didn't have Goodmanson over Timber, um, which was very frustrating. Um, Thoughts on a team before I pull up the rank details? I think I'm a bit sort of stuck. What else to say other than that I was relieved that I did stick safe with captaining Haaland.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, it's absolutely no-brainer to not captain Haaland this game, unless if you have Bruno, because based on stats, Bruno had the highest expected point this game week. Haaland is second. But with your transfer, it's quite unfortunate. Anderson to Reinders to Anderson is not a bad transfer. We
Mm,
don't know if Reinders even will start, but he started, got a goal. But it's all
yeah,
right. I think for longer term, Anderson is a good pick. So I guess the only problem right now is definitely Pope, but we shall see.
yeah, because Senesi's had his 1 match suspension. So how that impacted my rank? 2 points off the bench, so I got grand total of
Hmm.
63. Safety score was 69. So 6 point red arrow, total of 766 points. And it dropped me from 2.1 million to effectively 2.3. So a 200k drop, which was 9.38% and a game week rank of 6.46 million. Um, yeah, so languishing around the low 2 million mark, really, just trying to get over the threshold and down and under so that
Yeah.
the first of those 7 digits is a 1 rather than a 2. Yeah, it's been a bit tedious at the moment.
I mean, the funny thing is that you actually gain rank in our admin.
Yeah, mixed. Mixed. There's a lot of us
Yeah,
that are there's a lot of us quite clustered together. So there's the admins assembled
yeah.
general team, plus I think Mick, plus Andrew, plus Kieran, plus me and Barry. I think all of
Okay.
us are separated by 10 points or something. 10, 12 points.
Yeah.
Um, Double check because I did have it on the yeah. So in the Barry's down on
Very close.
770. Barry's on 763 points.
Yeah,
Um,
very Andrew at 6.
and
10 points
Andrew's
only.
Andrew's on 773. So there's 10 points between Barry, Kieran, me, Jack, Andrew, and the admins collective team. And then Mick's got an 11-point gap on that. So cozy in the middle, but we've got Weasel chasing us, and
Oh, yeah.
his
So Weasel has been coming very, very slowly here. He's been like
yeah,
closing the
but
gap.
picked up the last couple of weeks, last couple of
Very
game
good.
weeks, and that includes his game week 14 team, which he did one free transfer of Ismail Assar to Elliot
Yeah,
Anderson.
so,
Um, and yeah, he was, well, as you can see from his bench, Dubravka, Caicedo suspended, Senesi suspended, and Gabriel injured. Um, so he was very much hoping that players came off the bench, but not off the bench, off the bench for their clubs if they started like Thiago and Saka. But I think very much one of the things which stood him in good stead this week was actually going for the double Crystal Palace defence.
yeah, definitely a savior this game week. Not
Yeah.
just getting a clean sheet, but the DEFCON, the goal, very huge swing.
Yeah, so his team, he's got Sanchez 1-pointer in goal, back three of 4 points from Virgil, 14 from Munoz, and 9 from Richards. In midfield, Xhaka of Sunderland got him 4, Anderson 2, Saka 6, Semenyo 4 with his DEFCON. Thiago came off the bench for a single pointer, Voltemada's assist and 5 points, and then Captain Holland again, so 28 from him. Um, I guess really well, the transfer he made was logical in a way,
Yeah,
because he had, although you could argue about Gabriel, but then his back three was a fairly good selection for a back
yeah.
three.
I
So
mean,
it would be,
that three is very
well,
good already.
and with Caicedo, it would either be getting in a defender and playing four in defence, or keeping those three and replacing an attacking player, which he did. Um, but yeah, solid getting returns throughout the team, with multiple DEFCONs and assists galore, or goals galore more. Um, Thoughts on his squad, how it's shaping up and how it did?
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer for him to sell Gabriel, but looking at his defense, I mean, that three is a very strong defense, so I don't think that will be his biggest concern. But of course, I mean, overall, it's a good team. He had every position, every pass point covered, but quite unfortunate with that three red flag there under the bench, so he need to sort that one thing out. Other than that,
Yeah,
it's a good
I
team.
mean, like with the bench, Senesi's was a 1 match suspension, so he's available for game week 15. Caicedo has missed 2 out of 3.
Fine,
No, one out of 3.
one, yeah,
Just
one or
just
two.
one.
Good.
Yeah. Um, and then Gabriel, we're uncertain about for the minutes. Um, for him. Um, Mine's gone blank, so we'll just draw up Weasel's points and the impact on his rank, as you said, creeping up. Um,
Creeping up very fast.
mm, so
78 points.
his safety score was 67, and he got 78, which puts him on 749 points altogether, and he rose rank from 3.6 million to 3.1. So yeah, about 500,000 rise there, just over, about 550k rise.
Yeah,
So with a game week rank
this
of
top
1
25
point 6.
points. Yeah, this is Paul fourth game arrow in his last 5 game week. So he's creeping in very close. We'll be amazed to see that fight for the top for what? For sixth place, I guess, between Andrew, you, and him.
Yeah, well, it's as I said, it's going from like yourself, Wayne, and Lewis, a big buffer of about 40 points to Mick. Then after him, there's 11 points before. Yeah, so yeah, Paul's Paul's creeping up very
But
much. He's only 14 points behind Barry now.
I mean, it's quite
We'll need to get the
ridiculous
admin table up. Your fancy drawn graphic admin table.
right now.
Right. Anyway, 20 something minutes and we haven't spoken about yours. So
Yeah,
is
come
there a re
on, that's the
is
captain.
there a reason why yours has been put in the running order last rather than its usual first? Talk
Well,
us
I mean,
through it.
like, yeah, did Bruno get foul? Oh, yeah, before the goal, I guess.
Yeah, the image was taken before the late equaliser for West Ham, so it's marginally different.
Yeah, well, the biggest talking point of this team is definitely the defender. And Raya got the clean sheet, thankfully, 6 points. Van Dijk conceded from his own deflection, failed to score a goal, but he got the DEFCON, 4 points. And the biggest savior of my team is definitely going double Palace, Mourinho's 40, Gehi 40. And my transfer this game week was transferring out of his team. I mean, obviously, I mean, some people say to me that he played well against Arsenal. Yeah, I know he played well, which definitely mean he could definitely got mashed or sub early and so on. So that's why I don't want to take risk. And selling him, actually, I got two options: Nico O'Reilly or Calafiori. But I thought that they look kind of template. How about I go all in into Palace defense for this 2 game week because we obviously have 5 free transfer in game week 16. So I see the best team that have two fixture defensively is Palace. So I picked Munoz and he delivered 40 points. That is a very, very huge points for me. And then Manchester United, just the game had just finished. I do not watch it because I sleep, but I do wake up in the 85th minute. The result was 1-1. Bruno got two great chances in front of the goal, but showed it way, way above the goal. Very disappointed to see that. So Desmi Bruno got 4 points, and Bomo got 2 points. Again, another blank from him and Bomo. I mean, ever since I brought him in, he has blanked 3 games in a row. It's very, very disappointing to see.
Well,
That's it's almost like,
off to
yeah.
AFCON, he's making sure he doesn't get injured.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, yeah. I mean, the AFCON coming here, maybe he was uh trying to not get injured. Yeah, I do not think about that, but yeah, I could agree with it. So it was like 2 points, number of long shot, all straight to the goalkeeper. Just hope that he could maybe shoot to the side after this.
Mhm.
Enzo, 2 points, very shocking result, shocking performance from Chelsea. And but stat wise, Enzo again 0.58 expected goal each moment. I mean, he'll be getting good stats every game week. Just it's very hard for him to get the goal or assist.
Underperforming.
Uh, yeah, yeah, he's been underperforming massively. I mean, if you look at stat, let me wait, see. If you look at Enzo's stats, yeah, he'll be getting 6 return. He has got 6 return, 4 goals and 2 assists. But his expected goal improvement is 7.8, massively underperformed. Declan Rice, only 3 points. Got the clean sheet from Arsenal. Mateta, 2 points. Buenos almost got another assist. Great pass to Mateta in front of the goal that Mateta shoot straight to the goalkeeper. Should have been another massive point for me. Lost there. Uh, and yeah, definitely Captain Haaland. I mean, I have a slight thinking of captaining Bruno Fernandes because the stats wise they show is that Bruno have a higher expected points, but of course it is Haaland. Don't want to go against him even though because it's not like he is fighting against a top club. He is Fulham, and yeah, he got 40 points in the process.
Did you see there was a post on social media I can't remember whether it was Facebook or if it was X, but someone had put on having a bit of might have been a Bruno captain or something, having a bit of banter and joke about those that captained Haaland, saying, Man City scored five and Haaland only got one, blah blah blah. All this sort of like Bruno's going to wipe the floor, and it was then someone replies that saying, right, well, I'm satisfied with his return of 14 points because of his two assists. I'll take the 28.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if Bruno will go to perform, I will take that 40 points. I mean, the risks are just too high. And yeah, we made the right decision after all.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so how did that impact your rank? There it is, and
Uh,
I am just going to double check because it's you finished with 81 because of the clean sheet
yeah,
gone.
I finished at 81 points. Yeah, so 9 points above safety,
Overall
9 points
rank.
above safety. So yeah,
Yeah, and what's your new
oh
overall
yeah,
rank then with that two
yeah,
of
9 points above the safety. So that transfer rate literally saved me, give me a green arrow, and right now my final rank is 56,130. So still a massive green arrow, yet another massive green arrow for me.
yeah, so that West Ham goal cost you about 4,000 places. How rude.
Affordable president. It's okay. Still a good game week for me. And yeah, looking to break that top 10K in a few game weeks, I guess.
Well,
But still, my target was in game week 26.
the run you're on at the moment, it's in due course. In due course. Right. I left these kind of sort of on briefly to cover in the last few minutes um, about just the rotations that took place and what that means going forward for game week 15. Um, I would largely say a lot of the key players that the likes of Saka and Thiago and Timber that were benched, I would say that's just sort of justification that um, they should be sure starters at the weekend, I would think.
I should. But with all the injury, I think they will start. I mean, Arsenal doesn't even have a cover right now with Gabriel injured, now Mascara also injured. But let Saliba back this Saturday, I think.
What are there any other than the typical Man City aspect? Are there any
Well,
other
that is
particular clubs you're wary about rotations,
I mean,
or
there is
just
a small
everyone?
thought that Crystal Palace could also rotate. I mean, Gehi Munoz could. There is a possibility that they could be benched. They have Europe, but I think for now, I think they will start. So yeah, but still a slight worry from me that
Munoz is a
one of them.
fitness. Munoz is a fitness beast.
Yeah, I think
Like the
most people
Duracell
be
bunny, he just keeps on running.
yeah, yeah, absolutely agree with you. He is a fitness beast. I think it's more of a Gehi or Richards, I guess.
Yeah. Suspensions and injuries. Well, Senesi's back, so if you kept Senesi, then he's available. Caicedo's one down, two to go. Um, you've just mentioned about some of the Arsenal assets, so to speak, and their defensive troubles. Any other injuries of note?
Yeah, I mean, Pasquera, if you want to see Gabriel, but other than that, I think not too much of injury news. But I think for suspicion for my team, yeah, we have Sobosla at 4 yellow card already. I think Munoz is also at four. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Munoz is also at 4 yellow card. So that's two players nearing suspension. Hope they can stay vigilant and not take any more risks.
Yeah.
Until game week 18, I guess, before the suspension reset. I don't have any
Game
increase.
week 19, game week 9 after game week 19, I think it's the first 19 fixtures.
That's still a long way.
Yeah, it was. Moving on really then to just the last kind of point, unless there's anything in particular you want to talk about, was just about we've got one more game. So immediately after the game week 15 deadline, we should, in theory, um, be have our
Yeah,
transfers topped up. So
yeah,
if
yeah,
you've got anyone watching, if just for clarification with the transfers, it's not that we get given 5 free transfers to accommodate AFCON. It's that whatever transfers we've got in the bank is rounded up to a maximum of 5. So if you've rolled and you've got 3 in the bank, you'll only get an additional 2. So it's to maximize the opportunity. It's use up all the free transfers you've got now in advance of the game week 15 deadline, in order to get the standard free transfer plus 4 more on top. Um, so with these transfers coming in, is it worth taking hits? Is it just suck it up for a week? So what your
yeah.
thought?
I think just use all the transfer, and I think we, from my experience from the first 40 game week, just suck it up and be patient. Most of the time, the hit are just not worth it. Especially when you know you have 5 free transfer next game week, where you can easily navigate and solve any problem you have in your team. So yeah, just be patient, stay vigilant, and trust your team.
Mm. Anything else you want to mention before we finish unwrapping game week 14, the midweek?
Yeah, I think maybe in game week 15, maybe we have to think about what needs to be done in game week 16. Yes. But for now,
Start,
just stay
start,
patient.
start planning for that.
Yeah, start planning for the 5 free transfer. Please.
Right. So that's kind of in a way our final thoughts, but is there anything FPL or football related, um, that you want to mention while people look at the contact details below?
Well, not much. Of course, Haaland reached his 100 goal in the Premier League, and of that, and he scored a lot of header, a lot of left foot, right footed, and one other. But if you can guess what is that other goal he scored by, can you guess it?
What? So not head, not left foot, not right foot.
Yeah.
Is it something like his backside? Like a
No,
good.
no, he used the ball. he just like he just slide in to shoot the goal and hit that place and score. So that is one other.
Great ball control.
Yeah, it was for a moment I was quite like thinking of what is that this other. And then somebody said, and yeah, that's what I got.
What a charming way to finish. So fab job on how you're doing, and we'll look at your how you're
Yeah,
shaping up when we record the game
yeah,
week 15 team selections video in a moment. So thank you for sharing us with no, thank you for sharing your insight and how you're doing at the moment. You're really storming this season at the moment. Let's hope you don't
yeah. I'm
fall backwards like Kieran did last
oh,
season.
no, please.
Yeah. So
That was a disaster.
mm, thank you very much. If you like the video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're not already doing so, to see all of our content and with the bell get notified each time there's something new. So thank you again, Dove, and myself, Magpie. The pair of us are going to flutter away for a quick refreshment before recording for Game Week 16. Not 16, 15. Anyway, all that's left to say, keep your FPL affairs wrapped up till the deadline. Bye bye from us.
Time